Okay, viewers, welcome to today's live trading stream. I've just done my debrief and fluffed it up because I forgot to turn on my mic, so apologise. This is live, so I can't go back and fix it. So if there is no commentary on there, and there isn't, if you can lip read, great. If you can't, you're just gonna have to read the notes. So there is about 10 minutes of me just standing there looking pretty, and yeah, not much to gauge. Check the notes out. I've done my debrief. I've done my plan for the day. I can't go through it now because I need to prepare for the open. But I'm just gonna step away and sort my stream out, and I'll leave you with a couple of images of my trading screen. But as is, yeah, we're going. Yeah, we've got 4 minutes to go, so I'm going to have to leave you, and I'll be back in a minute. All right. Okay. Let me just check. Okay, we've just opened and we've seen a strong impulse, which was rejected at the just below yesterday's high. That is one little clue, but we've not really made any grounds on that. So at the moment, it's nothing's really coming to mind apart from the fact that this is my second scenario. But I don't really like to trade the opening 5 or 6 minutes because I like to gain some information. I think I've actually had enough to actually take this trade on, but I've not right now. Okay, let's just quickly look at our references. Let's just look at the what we're doing. So as you can see, we rejected that little high node from the overnight really well, and we look to be trading back. But we might find some support up at 25, which is where and what this is our this is another one of our scenarios. So buyers want to hold these 25s. As per our plan. So we're seeing some support here. Right. Got my stop just below it if I get a fill on that. Filled. Okay, not really liking this price action. Delta is moving quickly against me and I don't see any. Oh, I was about to get out of that. Okay, that's a small loss. Okay, not to worry. Okay, that's the first bit of information we've got. 25s aren't holding. Okay, this looks like Delta's moving lower. And I'm now looking to get short in that 27 area where I just got taken out. So let's just see what happens there. It looks like we've got...
Visco, when asked about 50 basis point hike, says we must get out of negative rates without adding uncertainty to the market.
Okay, so one scenario we had was that we rejected yesterday's highs that I gave out on my debrief, but I was not able to I was not able to get that point across because I had my mic off. So that was one of my scenarios. So it looks like that scenario is playing out now. We had an impulse up near the upper range. So now I'm looking to see how this price action is going to react to this. Actually, I want to move that to here. It's just that little low volume node. Yeah, you see where I'm trying to get in? I'm trying to get into this low volume node here. It might just reject that 26 as the 26 and 3/4 here. Let's see. Okay, I need to hope that this 31, the VWAP, to offer me some protection. Okay. Okay, I just actually have to step away from the desk now. I'm going to leave this trade on and let it be, Once you've got a trade on, just leave it. Okay, just came back. All right, 2 trades early on. I wanted to go for the continuation at 27, but it just didn't hold. We had good price there. We've come back to test the early VPOC, and it looks like we rejected that. But I need to sit back a little bit. I'm carrying on. I'm stalking shorts here, but you know, I'm quite close to 3 strikes and I'm out, and it's only 10 minutes in. I'm only trading half size on the opens. Right, I'm gonna have another go. Okay, we've got strong delta, and we're seeing, we're seeing sellers try to get hold of this, but they're being pushed back by the buyers. Reference point is still early. Reference point is still early opening swing highs. Yeah, really not. Okay, we're seeing the Russell come off. We're seeing, yeah, we're seeing this push up now.
From BOJ's Kuroda says he said for a while Japan inflation is likely to reach 2%, saying he still sees that inflation is not sustainable in Japan.
Okay, I've just taken that short again, and I'm going to be quick to scale out of this because there has been some buying, so I'm just going to pull that order. I've just taken the scale off now. I've got my short. This is the trade that I wanted, but I'm not convinced that I'm right either at the moment. We're just hovering. I'm going to actually just get out most of this, treat it as a scalp. Not enough information so far.
It's appropriate to continue yield curve control, including negative rates.
Just to cover back some of that risk that we took earlier. Okay, I'm going to step away and leave this because I really I'm not feeling it, and when you're not feeling it, you need to step away. So that's what I'm doing. I've got this little one lot left, and see where it goes. Okay, we're just struggling here. We're just struggling and holding on this overnight VWAP. If that breaks, I'm in good place, but I'm careful to not hold this stubbornly now. It's now trading below that overnight VWAP. I want to see it. You know, impulse lower, and then I'm gonna be in a good place. Okay. Good. Okay, I'm going to take this trade off at the bottom of this balance area. So that was kind of a 2R trade there. Well, I ran it for 2R, but I'm just happy to get back the 2 losses that I took on early on. So I'm back to where I was. The reason I'm getting out here is just because on the other side of this, like, you know, balancing area, we've seen buyers take it higher. We've seen sellers take it lower, and yeah, it's just not worth holding at this point because we're likely to rotate back in this little balancing area. So all I've done is just get out on the other side of balance. Now a better trade is maybe to try and retake the trade at some point. So I'm looking at VWAP, but we're seeing this choppy two-way action on the open, and that's not enough confirmation for me to have any conviction on my trade ideas, because what I wanted to see was a push down to 25 and then a move back higher, or a rejection of yesterday's highs and then a continuation lower. And we're not seeing a continuation lower. We've seen it, you know, we've seen the rejection of yesterday's highs. We've gone all the way back down to like 20s, and oh, hang on, I'm waving my arms, I'm talking to you guys, but I'm not actually on the screen. Let me just get back on. There we go. So yeah, all my scenarios have kind of been invalidated at the moment. We're looking at, I did say third scenario, well, in my third scenario, I did say chop. So it's looking like chop to me at the moment, because what we've done is, again, I'm going to repeat myself here, just because what we've done is we've rejected yesterday's highs. You know, we found sellers just below yesterday's highs, pushed back lower, got down to the 2025 areas where we were looking at, potentially find some support and resistance. And then we found buys, and we've gone all the way back up to just below that level. But again, we're not seeing very convincing price action. It's a bit two-way. Delta is moving slowly lower. We've got no other information than, you know, at the moment, I don't see a very strong, opportunity to pick up a trend and to run this low. This might change. We're probably just going to consolidate a little bit for a bit. Hopefully in the first half hour we'll get this resolved, and then we can take a slightly higher time frame trade with a longer targets. But yeah, I took 2 quick stops, which I think they were both valid trades, to be honest. And a stop is a stop, and I took it. I've only been trading half size on the open because I normally do that. Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, 5 accounts for times $12.50, so down about $60, which is fine. So yeah, it goes to show that I took 2 stops, lost about $120, and I took one trade, which was a bit of a scalpy trade in the end. It could have been something else, but the price action wasn't right, and it was a 2R trade. So that's my risk reward there for you. So I always try and take trades that are at least 2R, so I can cover my losses, and there will be some. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna step away, make a cup of tea, and see where this is at in a bit, because yeah, I'm not feeling it right now. All right. Always good to remember where we are in the bigger picture. One of the trade ideas was we come push down to the value area high of yesterday, and then we want to expect to see some buyers, and then push back up higher. But we have, that's where we've got to. We've got to pretty much yesterday's value area high, yesterday's mid, the overnight mid. But so far, I'm not seeing very convincing price action either way. Okay, but we do have this, slightly stronger tail from the, buyers were found to be quite responsive in these 20s area. Okay. So we're just kind of chopping around in this belly of the overnight session. So and just above the yesterday's TPO profile. Nothing really nothing to get excited about so far. Nothing yet. So it's looking like my scenario 3 is playing out, which is the third scenario, which is chop. Let me just get that for you guys. That's where it is. So scenario 3 was chop between 25 and the O2 area, which is here and here. Just repairing Wednesday's profile. Okay. Okay, we've got some European data coming out now. It's not very important, but just to make you aware, that's actually what I've been working on. I've been working some new banners, so that is my data banner. So very excited to show you that today. Yeah, I think they will be useful in the future. Okay, I'm going to go quiet again. Here's something else I've done for you guys. So I'm basically saying sit in your hands, and oh, I don't have it up. I didn't have a chance to get it up. Oh, I've got a banner flashing. Sit in your hands. Don't do anything. Just sit, watch, save yourself some money. You can see that I already taken 3 trades, 2 losers, 1 winner. It's nothing is clear yet. Okay, sit on hands. Oh, there it is. Got it working. How's that? I'll flash that up every now and again to remind you not to do anything when there's chop. Okay? Okay, I'm just going to run through some, just some profiles here. This is another profile chart that I use. It's um, it's a profile template that I've created myself. I don't know. I don't know if you prefer it to the other one, but it's a little bit cleaner and stuff. But what I'm looking to see is like these little low volume nodes where it's grayed out. You can't really see, and then I can see where where the heavier volume is being done. So right now we are coming down to the bottom of this little area here, but you're just seeing a very balanced opening from 8:30. We've had this push higher, push down, push higher, and then we're just balancing in the middle. So that's why I got out of my trade when I got short around the 38 area, I think it was. I got out on the other side of balance, and yeah, that's an example of basically a scalp trading either side of balance. So yeah, we are trading balance. You want to trade balance outside in if you're recognizing that there's a bit of balance. As soon as I saw rejection down, rejection higher, I was thinking, right, this has got a chance of balance. And just seeing relatively light volumes as well, it just doesn't give me any confidence that this has got the energy to go anywhere in the first few minutes. So, oh, I'm listening to myself again. God, there's nothing worse than listening to yourself live on YouTube. How do I turn this off? Yeah. All right, let's just get back to it. So where were we? We were just saying that I hate the sound of my voice live on TV. Yeah, I do. Look, here's another of my branders today. I'm just showing off now. I forgot to put that up. Like with anything, this is going to take me some time to get used to. So I need to build my process for streaming live and trading at the same time, because I am finding it a little bit distracting, to be honest. Especially on the opens. So maybe in future I'm going to keep myself quiet on the opens, which I know is very important to many traders. But the open really is like a where you can get quite a lot of information from the first 5, 10, 15 minutes for sure, which is why I highlight these these periods on my profile. You can see here I've got this is the little green bar is the pre-close, so it's the 5 minutes before the close. Where has the market been trading into that, the prior profile? Then I've got the little purple area, which just shows me the opening swing. So, and then obviously you've got the IB, which is a bit more important, but that is still forming, and it looks like we are forming. Where are we forming? We are forming inside the balance area of this overnight profile. Anyway, I've got no other information than that at the moment. We're kind of holding above this composite profile high node here, and yeah, no direction. I don't see any clues from any other markets at the moment. Yields have just popped lower, but yeah, nothing to comment. So I'm going to stop saying and I'm going to leave you with some peace and quiet. I probably shouldn't, but I feel like I need a break after taking 3 early trades. Okay, right, catch you in a bit when I've got something useful to say. But if I were you guys, I would yeah, sit in your hands. All right, okay, I'll leave you be. Good luck. Okay, I was looking for a trade here up in this little low volume area here, but I'm having some technical difficulties again. I've got my orders in, but I think I'm going to actually pull this because it looks like we're kind of holding above here. What I don't want to see is this hold. So we had the spike above the zipper, which I expect it to pull back through. I don't expect it to be holding here for any length of time, and it's doing a good job. It looks like it could be just holding above this zipper. So the idea here would be a push back up to this little low volume area here at 16s, which coincides with this little spot here for a continuation lower. If we've got a good amount of selling, we should hold that area. But the fact that we're holding up above the zipper now tells me that this doesn't look likely to happen, or there's less chance. So I'm going to leave that trade. Okay, just back here. I want to. Yeah, that was a good trade idea, but I didn't take it. I didn't take the trade on. I probably wouldn't have got filled because I was probably a little bit short. But what I was looking for was this little area to pop up, and this is an A plus setup really, because you don't want it to break above this little area which was about 16, which was this cave mid, and for a continuation lower. And what we saw was this push back up. What I didn't like about it was the fact that we kind of held up in the upper area of this, but what for a little bit too long. We kind of held in 13, 14s down to 11s for quite a long time, which didn't make you feel very good. But what you did see was this like nice tapering. Ideally, you want to see like more ones and zeros and a slightly more extended tail. So not visually it wasn't the best setup, but the idea was there. But just goes to show how you can use footprints to locate really good trades. So you want to try and, the idea was to try and get involved in this little area here for the flush through this zipper, and then to take out the targets below. It gave you a relatively quick scale as well. So anyway, missed that trade. Next one, hopefully we'll get one on. I've just had to reset my charts and ladders, so hopefully it's all working now. Let me see. Yeah, I think they're back. All right, okay. So if you don't have access to my notes, you really should have a look, because I do try to put my trade setups in there. I might not put them at that moment because I'm probably doing something else, especially now that I'm trading and streaming at the same time. But I will eventually put my immediate trade ideas back in there for everyone to see and learn from. Yeah, lots of footprint. Lots of footprint. I know that people aren't used to using tools like footprint, but I find it as an invaluable tool, and I think it's great. And hopefully you can learn how to use it with me. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. Sorry guys, you're going to realise I'm a bit of a scatterbrain, but I just thought that this chart will probably show you that trade idea a little bit better and what I was looking for and why I may have not got filled. But you see this footprint template, it just shows the little low volume nodes a little bit more clearly, and where you want to be probably looking for access. You want to be looking for places where price has been not traded very often previously, which gives you a good idea that hopefully if it shouldn't trade there too much. A great location would have been these 20s, the little low volume area here where you see it's all grayed out. You can barely see anything there in between these higher volume pockets. So the idea there would be, if this is a strong trend lower, it's going to push up, which we did because we were zipping around here, and it will push up into one of these like little low volume pockets and then reject quickly, giving you a scale, risk off, and then you've got your targets below. So targets and biases now downside. We are also looking to close the IB in the next 5 minutes. So we could just bounce off there. We could just be creating an intermediate low. We're still well inside yesterday's range. We're above yesterday's VPOC, which was at 98, I think. The close was just before. We're probably going to have a go at testing that close. So let's see what happens when we get down to that close at 97.5, just below the VPOC. So I think very highly probable now to go and test and touch the prior close and yesterday's VPOC. It's certainly looking like that. We're not seeing too much volume though. I'm not convinced by anything. Oh, my charts have disappeared again. Here they are. That's why they've disappeared. Yeah, so you can see that just looking at this quickly, we've had this, we've created this little cave. We've got like obviously a two distribution. So my short idea would have been at the upper end of this lower distribution. getting short around the 16 and a half, I think I said, which I would never have got filled. I had an offer in there, never got it. But yeah, the idea is now we're going to just trend lower, go and test yesterday's VPOC, this high volume area from the overnight session as well, which coincides with this little low volume pocket from yesterday's volume profile. So yeah, that's just below the VPOC and close. So I see that offering some kind of support, maybe some kind of bounce. You can see that we've got like multiple lows here. Buys were found here, so this is going to be difficult. But if it does break through, change. All of a sudden your brain's got to thinking, change. This is change. I need to be getting, this is a continuation. I'm looking to get short on a pullback or something like that. Anyway, I am talking too much. I am being scatterbrained today. That's because I am flustered because I've messed everything up. But it's tea time. I'm going to step away for a brief moment, and hopefully when I come back, we are trading in that low volume node from the overnight, where we might be able to get some more information if we break these lows. Okay, so yeah. I'm going to leave you now. Okay, I'm just going to give you my thoughts here. So we come down, we've tested the century number. We've bounced off it, and what we've done is let me just show my face. What we've done is we've created a low, but then we've also just created, we bounced above the price swing high at 16s, wherever it was, where I was looking to get short. We traded just up to where I wanted to actually get my trade on. I was downstairs, so I didn't actually get it on. But yeah, 16s were at 16.5 was the area I was looking to get short. But what I don't like about this is the fact that we have made a sort of localized higher high. We traded above the 14s. Now you can see there's like some really big high volume. These big circles on my Renko chart. That probably indicates that some kind of stops are going off there. So that was probably just another flush. So I normally wouldn't like to see that, but because I've seen like these big orders come in, but they failed to take this actually significantly higher. No, they did take it higher, but they didn't actually manage to hold on to those gains in any way. So that was a really good trade. I was downstairs making a cup of tea. I've got the kettle boiling, which is probably going to overflow. So I need to go downstairs and make my tea. So I've just popped upstairs to see what, but that was a good opportunity to get short there. Just seeing those big bubbles. As soon as you see big bubbles, where do they get? Where did those big bubbles get involved in? Where was that? Where are those big orders? If they fail to hold on to their gains or the direction that they're trying to get to, then you want to go against them. So this is an instance where large buy orders can actually be bearish signals. Okay, if you see large buy orders and they are not moving price because there is a passive seller or otherwise, or a bigger seller that comes in and takes them out the other side, that is a bearish signal. So this is a case of where big buy orders and big sell orders can mean the opposite of what you think they do, and you kind of saw that down here as well. You got these these big bubbles. So in this case, you've got big buy big bubbles, big buy orders indicated by blue, and you could see prices moving in the direction which probably gave people the confidence to try and take out this high. But then sellers again passively took us lower. And just seeing on the footprint how we form this high, that is a much nicer that's much nicer than the trade that I took, which I would have stopped out at. So it wasn't the best trade, the one that I was thinking about, because I was looking at getting short at 16.5. I never got it, so it wasn't a bad trade because I didn't take it. But the idea was to take it at 16.5, which is what happened here. That is the trade that I wanted to take. I was making tea, and I need to go and get my kettle off the burner. So yeah, all right. I'll catch you back in a minute. Shame that would have been a good one to watch. Okay, catch you back in a minute. Yeah, everything is trending lower. Nasdaq, Russell, everything's going lower. Yields are, not doing anything exciting so far. So yeah, see you in a bit with my cup of tea. Okay, I'm just going to quickly maybe run through a setup. Given the fact that we're holding these lows here, poor lows now. We've got a double TPO at the bottom, so I think we've got a strong trend on going on here. So it was a bit messy at the beginning, but once now we started trending lower. I'm thinking, a break of the double O's, and we are definitely looking at taking out. We're definitely looking at taking out. Some key levels from our notes, 74, 55s. That's possibly on. We've got auctions, auction expiries, we've got the auction expiries coming in today, so that might also influence flow and volume. But just kind of noting on how the volume isn't very, very high. I look at RVOL, relative volume, and it's not much higher than yesterday. It's actually below average a lot of the time. That doesn't normally give me a lot of confidence to get involved in a trend, which is why I'm kind of almost switching off, and I'm stepping away to make a cup of tea. I like to see high volume, high relative volume, high participation. My RVOL is based on the last 5 days, but we've had some big days, so getting RVOL higher than average is going to be tough when you've had such big days. It's always going to taper off, so that might just put you off. But just to kind of think things through and stuff, you've got a downtrend where we haven't seen very many buyers, and we have seen them being very, very selective of where they want to get involved at price wise. So if you've got a large book to unload, you've got to do it gently, silently. You've got to get some off early on, which is basically that spike we saw on the and then you've got to slowly feed it into the market, because if you start pummeling it, because this market is so weak anyway, if you start pummeling it early on, there's going to be a bit of a panic. So you want to be drip feeding the market, allowing it to come back. So what are the key areas we're looking for it to come back to? If there is a trend, if there's an institutional participant in the market looking to get off some inventory, then where are we looking to get involved? Well, it's going to be VWAP. It's going to be somewhere near the mid. They're going to allow it to come back. So we're looking for reference points where we expect them to sort of, after allowing the market to come back to them, they're going to get involved again. So that tends to be VWAP. So I'm looking for some key. I will be taking the trade at VWAP if it comes along. I think it's currently, where is it, around 20, 21s, and it's nice and tight to the mid as well, and the overnight VWAP as well. So that gives me a couple of bars of confidence. And also, what else have we got up there? We've got like this little low volume area. So my first step will be taking a short somewhere around the 21, 22 area. I might scale that one in a bit because it's a bit vague. And with a stop that's shortly above it. So I'm going to drink my tea. I need to pay attention though at that VWAP. I will give it a go. We've got these poor lows that I'm looking to take out if I am successful. And let's see what happens. Okay. Just going back to what I was saying about VWAP and stuff. It's generally not a good idea to trade VWAP when you're in balance, okay? Because you're trading the middle of the range. It's just wanging around either side of it. So not a good idea. So my thoughts are that this is going to be a resumption of trend kind of move. The counter to what I was thinking, so we've got like two trains of thoughts, is that we're still inside yesterday's range. So actually, that isn't actually. I've just thought about this again. So we're still in yesterday's range. We're still in balance. So all we're doing is testing out the lows. So maybe the VWAP. I need to see some signs there on the footprints to get involved at that price, at those prices. So I'm not going to have an offer in there, but I want to see some big bubbles up there, some rejection candles, and I will look to take that short somewhere around the VWAP. Okay. Okay, VWAP was VWAP. What's that? VPOC has shifted lower now. We've got VPOC down at 09, so that's another key sign that value's shifting lower. We've left this cave. We might flip and trade above VWAP. I said it again. VPOC. But look, we're looking to take out these lows. I was just trying to think of a way to explain this price action. So I took these trades here. You can see I sold the high and I bought this little area here. The reason I did that, I got in and out, was because I took a couple of wrong trades here. One was this break lower. I thought that once we broke through, we would carry on going, and vice versa. I corrected that mistake by trading one side of balance to the other side of balance for a 2R trade, which covered my losses there. But what I should have been looking for, and I wasn't, because I'm a little bit flustered today. Like I said, I'm not feeling very comfortable doing this for some reason. I was fine yesterday, by the way. Maybe because it's Friday and I tend to mess things up on Friday, which is kind of normal for a lot of people, especially if you haven't had a good week. But I have had a good week, so I shouldn't really be worrying about things too much. I have a good, decent week. I've got this YouTube thing set up, and I've been profitable in the markets as well, so I haven't had a bad day this week. So anyway, enough about me. Let's go back to the markets. So what should I be looking for? I should have been looking for, I should have been looking for this little area of balance where I was involved with early. I should have been looking for a break of balance, out of balance. I'm always looking for a break out of balance. I'm looking for a break of out of balance on high volume. I'm looking for delta. I'm looking for lots of things. I want to see some good reasons. So what do we see here? Why would you take a trade? Where would you take a trade? You see a lot of volume going through here at this point here. So we've got this. Let me just try and draw some squiggles. So you've got this area of balance, okay, and you've got your low there, and you've got your high roughly there. We've traded below, we've traded just about above. There's your kind of value area low, value area high up there somewhere. Sorry, my squiggles aren't great, but what we're seeing this big bubble, of volume, which coincides with some delta going down south. There's your entry, and look, you even get like a tiny little second chance. You've got to be so quick to get involved here, guys. It's this is where you got to be on the ball, you got to be watching, and that is not what I'm doing today. I am not on the ball. I am half sleeping, and I think I've missed out on some good opportunities. Probably caused by my, a little bit flustered from my initial losses. But really, I shouldn't be too bothered. I'm down $50 or something on the day. That's nothing. But yeah, you got to be on it. You got to be switched on. You got to be here in the moment. You can't be walking around making tea like me. Cheers. And if you're not present, you're going to miss out on things, and then you'll be chasing things, and then FOMO kicks in, and then you will have a bad day. So, yeah, this was an opportunity to trade on this big bubble lower, and this was the other one here. This little trading in this little pocket of volume right in the middle, and I spotted this bit here, that little low volume area. All right, I'm going to leave you again, and I'll come back in a minute. I've got something more sensible to say. Cheers. Okay, I've just missed another opportunity on the big bubbles below this little balance area for a quick scale out from 90s down to 90s. I'm going to shoot myself. This is really not going well today. These are all trades that I should be taking. I would be looking for taking. Yeah, I'm starting to feel frustrated. So basically, my thesis, my ideas are correct, but yeah, I'm not making any money out of them, which is not to be expected. But at least I want to be taking the trades. So I am feeling a little bit down, and okay, I'm going to do less talking for a bit and try and concentrate. And I'm not going to go chasing things, okay, because that's just like the worst thing you could do. I'm looking for a pullback now to that 0302 area, bit below, from 01s, 02s. So I'm looking for a pullback. Okay, that's my next trade. Seeing a really comprehensive flush lower now. Lower lows continue below the yearly lows. So obviously had some decent stops there. I took my long. I ended up taking 2 Rs out of it, given the fact that, you know, this looked like a decent bounce from the 57s, but we've come back, and just below 57 you see some stops going off, which is where I would have been stopping out had I not already gotten out at, I think I got out 68 and 75, something like that. Anyway, I was downstairs and I've missed this trade because I am in a terrible mood, having missed this move today, and I need to recognise that. I need to recognise that I have not performed today, that I was not ready for this today. I was not performing in a way that I should have been. And yeah, this is kind of thing where, like, historically, as a beginner trader, so I'm just going to flash some things so people know where to. Okay, so just going back. Okay, so what I'm saying is that we've just seen a flush below the yearly lows, and we've just taken, you know, almost 20 ticks, 20 points in a straight line. On the Renko, you can see these huge volume nodes. I just came back upstairs from a coffee downstairs where I was taking a break. On a day like today, I wouldn't normally taking a step away. I'm just frustrated. I'm not seeing any pullbacks I want to get involved in. I'm not seeing any opportunities for me to get short. I really wanted to be short this. I wanted to be short from, you know, there were some really good signs early on. I just wasn't able to get those trades on. So, you know, recognizing that, I decided to step away. That's the mature thing to do. It's Friday. It's very easy to lose control. Very, very easy to lose control. And I've done it before. I did it about a month ago where, you know, I had a couple of stop outs and then I just chased price, didn't get anything, and then I started looking for lows on a Friday. Very dangerous thing to do on a Friday. Do not look for lows in this market. This is much like Wednesdays. We had a little Wednesday's auction. We are not having any significant pullbacks and any you know, very shallow pullbacks that are just continuing lower. Please, please, please listen to what I'm saying. Do not get long this market. You have no right to bottom pick here. This market is very clearly bearish. It's gone through yearly lows. It wouldn't have gone down through like that. You know, it might pop back up high. You know, we've got VWAP. Where? We've got VWAP miles high. We've got one at, what is that? 94, which is very typical when we have like a very strong trend. We just got no chance for volume and price to catch up with each other. So, you know, as we're, you know, looking for price, looking for value downsides, looking for buyers, we're just advertising price lower, 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 and we're not finding any buyers. Now, you can see through my notes, I had these ideas. I just didn't get the opportunity to get in. I was one tick away from getting short 16s. What else? I took a scalp long at 57s. In the 57 area, I got long at 63s. I got out at 68 and 75s, which covered my back a little bit for the day. But just, yeah, I was looking to get long there because we failed to break the yearly low. I was thinking, you know, last week's lows were 55. Yesterday's overnight lows were 56, and today's lows at that time were 57, and we saw a reversal of the auction, short-term auction. So that was my thinking. I was thinking this could be a little pop, you know, psychologically as well. If there are some weak shorts in here, which I don't think there are, by the way. If there are, you know, some people thinking out getting out, that would be their cue. So I was just looking for a quick reversal. If I saw it move aggressively away from that area there, if I saw it just pop back up after I got long, I would have been looking to hold that, but I wasn't seeing that. I was just seeing it grind up. The initial move was great, but then as soon as we hit 76, a little low volume pocket area, it just came straight back again. So what am I saying here? I'm saying that I missed all the best opportunities today. A bit like yesterday, a bit like the day before. I've basically had a terrible last 3 days, but I've still managed to make a little bit of money every day. So I'll rewind that. I haven't made money. I've managed to put together some good trades, although they have been more like scalps. I have missed Wednesday's opportunity to go short because of technical issues. I've sorted those technical issues out, and it's now Friday, and I'm missing things out because I think I was just preparing too far into the close. So psychologically, I wasn't on the best frame of mind coming into this. I didn't have a chance to. I've been working very hard trying to put things together for you guys to enjoy my stream. So I've got all these flashy banners, and they are all ready for me to start putting some content together for you guys on the weekend. But yeah, psychology is really, really important, and you need to conserve that. And the best way to do a lot of damage to yourself is turning a relatively, okay week into a disaster on a Friday because you're chasing things. So don't chase. If you haven't got on this move, it's over. Go and spend some time with your family. Go for a run, which is what I'm going to go and do. I'm probably going to end this stream because I don't think my mum or my stepmum are watching today. So all of 2 people. So it's probably not worth staying on here for much longer. But anyway, it's a shame because, yeah, doing a little psychological review, I probably put myself in a worse position by taking 2 very quick losses as well. Because my exiting, my short at 38, I think it was. Hang on, where is my charts? Look. So I took a couple of quick losses here for, 1 R, couple of points, no problem. Take that on the chin. But then, having seen us fail up here, seeing this little volume hold up here, I was thinking, oh, do you know what? We're in balancing area. I'm just going to wait for more information. Wait for more information. So I took the short up here, got out down the bottom, made back all my losses here. Fantastic, feeling great about myself. Pat on the back. And this is where it goes wrong because I'm patting myself on the back because I'm going, phew. I just escaped stopping out for the day because 3 stops and you're out. Although I would have been more lenient with myself because there are only half-size trades. I take half-size trades on the open if I do trade the opening swings. I was patting myself on the back and not waking up to the fact that we were balancing for the first 30 minutes. And then all of a sudden on the turn of the hour, 9 o'clock Chicago time, we saw this big volume bubble, boom, broken out of that balance. And then all of a sudden we are trending. You get in there, that's it. You've got your stop somewhere above this little area. So, you're looking to get shorts, 24s, with a stop just above 28s, I think. 28s, 29s maybe, if you want to give it a bit more room. So looking at 4 points, which is very reasonable in this market, given the fact that we've got such, the ranges have been quite high. So you need to volatility's higher. VIX is, much, much higher than it usually is. I think it's, it dropped off yesterday, but we are back up again. So where is it today? There we are. I can't even see where it is right now. Yeah, so it's back up in the 30s. Anyway, so above 30, you want to increase your stops a little bit. You want to about to be honest, above 20, you want to be increasing your stops a little bit, just a little bit wider. I tend not to increase my stops too much just because of the way I trade. I trying to be quite accurate, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm willing to take little stops, but if I get it right, it's going to work in my favor because of the volatility. So volatility is so great. But what I just want to make sure that you guys understand is that psychology, maintaining an awareness of your your disappointment, because I'm definitely disappointed today. I'm disappointed after Wednesday. I've missed really, really good opportunities. Partly because I am new at this streaming thing, and partly because I am just having a few technical issues from Wednesday, but those have been sorted, so no excuses. Today I was just running very, very late into the close, and I wanted to get my stream up for you guys, and what I should have done was not do my stream, but I didn't want to let anybody down, mainly my mum and my stepmum watching, so I didn't want to let anybody down, so I still did my stream. Consistency and process is what it's all about, so I'm going to try and make sure that I maintain this. I've committed to doing it, so I'm going to keep doing this. And I just need to find my feet, need to find my process, which hopefully over the weekend I'll spend some time thinking about how I'm going to do this and how I'm going to move forward. Because I want to try and get to you guys the best, the best possible stream I can do, and I also want to be able to trade at my best, and I've definitely not been able to do that the last few days. So okay, I'm going to leave it at that now. I will be doing some streams on the weekend, explain who I am, what is my history, why am I doing this, what are the tools I use. If anybody wants to see a video about technology and my setup at home, I've got a pretty cool setup which I would be keen to show off. It's not an expensive rig, it's just a good rig, and that's what you need. You don't need anything expensive. We're running a business here. We want to try and keep our costs sensible, and we want to try and keep our profitability high, and the only way to do that is not wasting money, and there's no point in wasting money on flashy gaming computers when a workstation will do just as well, and also be quieter and more reliable probably in the long run, because those things never break. They just run and run and run and run. Okay, so just going to quickly review over the weekend for you as well what's gone on in the week, what's gone on today. I will talk about my psychology, my disappointments to myself. I won't bother you with those things, but I will talk about psychology in the broader sense for people who want to learn about how important it is to maintain a steady stock of your psychology and not to let it drop too low, to recognize when those things are happening, when you are suffering, and when it's a good time to step away from these screens, which I've done a bit too much today given the way that we've been trading. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go and cry a little bit. I'm gonna go enjoy some time outside with my friends. I'll come back for the the close, and maybe there'll be some opportunities there if we see something decent. But yeah, I'm pretty much switched off now. I've had a disappointing day. Anyway, not to worry, it doesn't matter. The positives from the day are that we have we did our plan, we debriefed, we had a plan, we knew what we were looking for. What we were looking for was right. By the way, we're not keen on being right, we're just keen to match up our expectations and the outcomes of the markets. So, that way we can better perform the next time to adjust our planning and thoughts and thought processes. So I was relatively correct in thinking what might happen today. At the beginning, it looked like it could be a chop fest, but that quickly turned into a downtrend after the first 30 minutes trading, where we trended lower with no significant pullbacks, allowing any sort of participation by myself. I think I mentioned before, when we are having these kind of moves, the best strategy is to look for double tops. There's one double top here. That's not bad. That's actually a good opportunity. I don't think I was here actually. Oh no, that was when I was getting long. So so I got long here at 63. Got out here, saw it come back down and again, and then hold in this little low volume area here, and then bounce. And at this point, I was walking away, and I came back, and it was somewhere down here. So I need to actually write down a bit about process and what to look out for, and how I view these kind of very strong trend days. Looking for pullbacks to VWAP are just not going to happen. You're just not going to get it. So there's no point in just hanging around. You need to be a bit more proactive than that. You want to be looking like tiny consolidation areas like this. You want to be looking for double tops. You want to be looking for little low volume nodes, little pullbacks. It's a little bit trickier. But if the trend is strong, it should, if you're right in thinking the trend is strong, and this certainly looks like a strong trend, and once we low those, those double O areas, it just seemed to go and go and go. You saw the volume picking up, you saw delta reversing. All these are signs for trends. So, yeah, you want to try and find ways of accessing these trades, even when you're not getting your pullbacks to your traditional sort of line in the sands where you're happier to get involved. You're never going to get pullbacks to mid. You're never going to get pullbacks to VWAP. The participation, the market is just so willing to go and just sell more and more and more. It's just a sale after sale after sale after sale. And if I didn't think this has gone far enough, looking at that double top here at 50s, that would be a short for me. If you're watching this right now, that would be a short right now up at 50, because I am looking for double tops like I just sent. It's not even managing to get up to this, prior little zipper here formed at 58. This little low pocket is just forming, a very, very good area of resistance. And it's just, you can see these like pushes high, but then we reach the prior high where there's some big guy just going, do you know what? Have it. No, you can have all the 48s you want, all the 50s you want. I'm still taking this lower. There is no clue as to where this is going to go or how low it can go. There are margin calls happening now. There are all sorts of things going on in the markets. So yeah, you need to understand, how these things work. People have got positions on margins. They've got stops below yearly lows. Once we took out that yearly low, look at the reaction that we had. It was incredible. So I think I've been jabbering about lots of different things, psychology, trends, double tops. So take from it what you will, but I will put this in a structured webinar for you guys to do, to review. And I will also review my day and I will review my week, which I will post on the weekend. And yeah, thanks for watching this week. It's been exciting for me as this is my first week doing this. And I hope that next week's going to be a bit more relaxed now that we've sorted out some of these niggles. Okay, thank you very much, and have a good weekend. And perhaps I'll see you later, but I'm not feeling like it at the moment. So yeah, have a good one, and yeah, good luck. Okay, guys, just a little warning. We've got Fed speakers in 12 minutes, so if you are holding positions, if you are long treasuries at these highs, if you are short, we got a potential for a turnaround on the Fed speakers. So yeah, be careful. Fed speakers can move these markets in a big way. So yeah, I think it's Fed's Brainard speaking at 12 o'clock. US Central Time. Okay, just a warning there. Fed speakers. Fed's Brainard, 12 o'clock. 10 minutes, I think. Okay, as I'm testing these new banners, here's one I've got up. Correlations. Something we've seen this week, just to note, and is that we have seen a distinct correlation, the usual kind of correlation, the one that I'm used to, a trade of 20 years. Haven't always seen this, but it's basically a flight to quality. So basically you're seeing money coming out of the equity markets and it's rushing into safe havens like the Swiss franc and the treasury markets. So just something to be aware of. We've also seen a little bit of inflows into the yen as well. Not too much, but it's there. So correlations are something that can be in play, especially when we've got high volatility and when we've got high impact news as well. Just looking quickly at the charts here. Just quickly looking at the charts. I'm going to make some notes over the weekend about trading a trend, a strong trend. This is a really strong trend today, and we had one on Wednesday as well, and it's something we really need to figure out and how to make the most of these kind of opportunities. So what are we looking at? How can we profit from this? So we're never going to get these pullbacks to the mid, never going to get these pullbacks to the never going to get these pullbacks to so I'm just going to put my little banner up there, a little practice run here. We're never going to get these pullbacks to the mid. We're never going to get these pullbacks to VWAP. We barely get, as the trend matures, we're getting pullbacks to prior lows, and we need to recognize where those prior lows are and where is the best place to get involved. And if you can see my cursor, the best place to get involved, because you can't get VWAP, you can't get the mid, and you cannot get the prior reference points that we were looking at going into the market. You should have already been in this trade, you've missed it like I did. What you're really looking for is these pullbacks to these low volume areas on the profiles, on the monthly, on the daily profiles. You're seeing these little three highs here, and they're unable to break it into this prior cave of low volume. And the same thing happens here. You got one push up, fail, come back, basically people either stopping out or pushing up and being pushed back by the sellers, and then we have continuation. So this trend really is very much in a continuation mode, and I would not be looking to get long this for love nor money. So I did say earlier, and I did say it on Wednesday, when you see a market like this, do not get long at any point. This is a classic breakout of balance. Okay, so we are trading the breakout hats are on. Oh, keep hitting journaling. We are trading breakout of balance. We are moving away. We are looking for buyers, and we are advertising prices lower, and nobody wants to buy this. So why would you want to be getting long? I realize I am talking and you cannot see me. So God, I'm really making a mess of this today. Had good sleep as well. Should have been on top of things today, but I haven't. Anyway, so just going back over what I was saying is that strong trends, you're never going to get involved at better prices or key reference points. You always got to look for little low volume pockets, prior highs, double tops, triple tops, that kind of stuff. Okay, and you've got to be brave, or even better, and if you're quick and if you can read order flow, which is this little down here. So if you can read order flow, you want to be looking for these little tiny little zigzags here. You really want to try and get involved in this area here. It just saves you, helps you get in a bit quicker. Or there's one here at the 88s, which was a key area as well, because it was yesterday's spike base. All right, anyway, I'm going to leave it at that and carry on making some nice graphic-y things for my viewers for next week. Bye.